In the streets of Caracas, fear and hope coexist like two shadows that never separate. Luis, a pseudonym, whispers about a party among friends that ended in complete silence when the lights suddenly went out. The music stopped, phones lit up tense faces, and for a few seconds everyone thought the same thing. The moment has come. No one dared to say it out loud, but in their eyes the fear of an attack, an invasion, something irreversible was clearly visible. Luis has seen other young people disappear for much less. Some have ended up in the helicoid prison simply for a comment on social media or an off-color joke. Their mothers continue to show up at the prison, with photos in hand, every day, waiting for a response that never comes. And their stubbornness has become a symbol of a hope that endures despite everything. Like millions of Venezuelans, Luis has also spent the last few weekends suspended between the expectation of change and the fear of a new wave of repression. The massive presence of US warships in international waters near the country's coast fuels whispered conversations in bars, on crowded buses, and in endless lines at gas stations. For some, they represent a possible way out, the idea that something from outside might finally arrive to break the deadlock. For others, they are merely the prelude to a conflict whose consequences no one can truly imagine. Francisco, a high school teacher, observes that the moves of recent weeks resemble a chess game more than an imminent attack. Statements, denials, drills, calls for calm, demands for determination. In the city, the arrival of the USS Gerald Ford and its strike group in the Caribbean is known, but it is a taboo subject. People don't discuss it with strangers, fearing the presence of prying ears, informants, or fatal misunderstandings. They discuss it at home, behind closed doors, over an impromptu dinner, or in cars parked away from prying eyes. Meanwhile, supermarkets are seeing a slow but steady increase in purchases of non-perishable products. Packages of rice, corn flour, pasta, cans of tuna, and beans are disappearing from the shelves, often purchased in small quantities to avoid conspicuous consumption. The fear of a possible war is compounded by the very real fear of not making it to the end of the month. With inflation expected to close at 548% by 2025, prices fluctuate from day to day, and the minimum wage and pensions have fallen to less than $1 a month. Merida, a pharmacy clerk, describes customers asking to dilute their medications, buy only half the amount, or choose between a painkiller and a liter of milk. The economic crisis is affecting nearly all social classes. Those who had savings have seen them erode, while those without are making do with informal jobs, parcels sent by relatives abroad, and bartering with neighbors. It is in this climate that opposition leader and Nobel Peace Prize winner Maria Corina Machado's latest appeal comes, openly calling for disobeying the orders of Nicolas Maduro's government. Her words have had the effect of making many feel like the end is near, as if the country were entering the final chapters of a story too long to tell. In working-class neighborhoods and wealthier areas, people are counting the hours, talking about this weekend, tonight, as if time had changed consistency. For several weekends, people have been waiting for the coñazo, the powerful blow, the decisive move that many imagine coming from the United States, perhaps in the darkness of a new blackout or the sudden roar of unknown planes. But alongside the stubborn fear, there remains the hope that change can come without bombs, without more disappeared, without the price to be paid once again being the lives of the most vulnerable.